Welcome to your safe space YouTube channel, Finding Your Safe Place. I just want to say, if you happen to be in a place of frustration, confusion, chaos, energetic chaos, internal chaos, in any kind of way, right? This channel is for you. This channel is for you. And in a time like this, it's so difficult for some of us to find security and safeness in here and outside of us with other people. But mainly, it is so important to feel secure with yourself naturally. To create a natural foundation of emotion, of security within oneself is one of the dynamics that this world is taking right now, with a lot of people that are sent here on a journey to do God's work. The great disconnect is happening right now. The disconnect, whether you want to disconnect or not, you're being made to. And that is not to make your life a living hell. It is literally to create the standard in your life. The standard of feeling safe without the things, detachment from materialistic stuff, detachment from chaos, detachment from distractions or destruction. I wanted to say destruction, but distraction. Detachment from confusion, and an attachment to learning who you are at the soul level, and understanding what your purpose is on this earth, in this earthly plane. It's a challenge, but it has to happen. This is something that can't be ignored any longer. It can't be avoided any longer. This is something that must take place because the world is changing. And I'm saying that because I can feel the great separation from the spiritual connection and the physical reality. It's things being torn out of our life and ripped away from us. And if you're not spiritually strong and connected, it could take you to a place of one of the lowest vibrational frequencies that ever existed, to where you feel like you don't even want to be here anymore. This is why it's important to lock into your vibration. I don't care what you got going on. Life is busy, but you have to make time for your spiritual connection. Literally, and I mean you have to say no and make it a complete sentence and be okay with saying no. Regardless of what people have to say, because you may be surrounded by family whose job is to truly keep you distracted, whose job is to truly keep you off focus, whose job is to truly keep you off the course of your deepening and strengthening your spiritual connection. And this is only a true experience lived through me, or else I wouldn't even be able to explain it to you. And you may be one who wants to have a life of normalcy. It's not meant for your life to be normal, because you are not normal, and you know you're not normal. You're one of the clairs, clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, and then it goes on. And you know who you are at a deep level. If you made it to this video made it to you, it is meant for you to hear this. It is time to release. It is time to snip whatever need to be snipped that keeps you in the complacency energy of feeling like you need to conform, right? Because everybody else around you is conforming. So you want to be comfortable in being around them, being conforming. You can't do that. That's not what you came here for. You came here for to change some stuff up. You came here to transform some things, not conform. Maybe even reform some things, but not conform. I don't know why I just heard Thoth. You know who Thoth is. If you do not know who Thoth is, please go through Thoth. A lot of people don't even know how to pronounce it, but when they come to me, I hear Thoth. Thoth. And this is a higher conscious state of being, a higher conscious state of connection, which you are always constantly connected, even if you are bombarded with distractions, noises, people staring at you. Your ground, aka foundation that you stand on spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, it has to be shaken up right now, because what's to come, you must be prepared for it. You must be prepared for it. A lot of people call it gang stalking. I no longer call it gang stalking. I'll call it reshaping you, reforming you, transforming you, helping you understand how to transmute your energy. And where you go from love and light and, glitz and glamour and, ice cream on a cloud, all the subtle things, you have to be able to maintain masculine energy as well. Masculine energy is standing on business and being serious. Then you got to add a little kid playing there. You got to be playful at times. You got to know how to balance everything out. Everything has to be at a balance. That is so vital. To where you no longer playing games with yourself first, primary. It has to be a level of balance and a level of standards that you have with yourself, a level of integrity, values, a deeper understanding of who you are. Once you get to the point of understanding who you are as an individual, who you are as a spiritual being, who are you? That's the question. And if you stumbled across this video prematurely and you didn't mean to, which I feel like when a student is ready, the teacher appears, you are willingly tapping into who you are. You are ready to learn more about who you are as a spiritual being, who your ancestors are. You're open to this type of energy. You possibly may be one that has started to see spirits, started to see entities, started to see energy, started to see aliens, started to see everything that has once been so not there, right? You've never seen it until now. The unseen is becoming seen because it is time. And you've always had a spiritual eye. You've always stood out from amongst a whole crowd of people, or you always felt like you never fit in wherever you are. Sometimes just even sitting at the table with your family, you're like, I do not feel like I'm supposed to be in this specific place right now. I don't fit in here. Because you are from the stars, or you're made of stardust. We all are made from stardust, but some of us come in here with the innate ability to truly tap into that early in life. So you automatically know that this is my family here, but this is not my family. This is not where my soul has been all this life, right? And so you have to realize that and understand that that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly normal. I'm quite sure you know that now, but for those of you who just landed on this, getting to this point of understanding that, it's perfectly normal to have that feeling, to experience that. Because we want to run from truths. Like, no, keep truth, keep everything the way it is. And when you are on your journey and you're in your journey and you know that you're in your journey, every entity that's unseen know to, and is sent to you, towards you, to confuse you, to make your spiritual awareness distorted, to where you've been seeing things with your physical eye, and then there's an illusion wrapped around what you're seeing with your physical eye, which also has the ability to confuse you if you're not aware. Seriously, people come into your life. Is it a person or is it an entity? You have to know the signs. You have to know, is that same energy that was in the same person I just left? Because energy body hops. And when you're still in a cycle of healing, of cleansing yourself of karmic energy, or cleansing yourself of negative, toxic ways, you're always going to be tested. And it's only for you to build up your strength becomes stronger. Seriously, you have to set the standard mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Because we may be dealing with physical people to our eye, but beneath it all, principalities, entities, spirits, energy. That is what we are dealing with ultimately. No matter if you want to look at it plain, without all the stuff just around it, that's the best way to look at it, to be honest with you. Because then you're not telling yourself any lies. You're only receiving the truth, and you're living in truth, nothing but truth. That's authenticity is connected to truth. To me, that's the ultimate happiness. The ultimate happiness, because you don't have to live under nobody else's lies or nobody else's perception of who they think you should be. You could just be yourself and be content in that energy, because the situation and experience that I have been experiencing has awakened me up to a new version of myself. And every day I find a new person inside of me, a new person that I know I'm supposed to become. Because you are supposed to evolve. And if you are at a place and at a standstill right now in your life, and you can't understand why you're not growing mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, it's you. If your experience is something that you hate every time you wake up, it's a reflection of you. You have to be willing to tap in to learn more about yourself. Our situations and our life is absolutely meant to shake us awake, meant to help us grow, meant to help us evolve. 11:55 on the clock when I say help us evolve. And sometimes it's the hardest pill to swallow. But you must know that, I know sometimes it may look like the bad people win, the bad people get away with stuff. Maybe I'll go into that in the next video, because I just stumbled across the video today, and it was like so accurate, so on point. Well, this video is over. I love you, and I will be back with another video. All right, later.